get the quest from the main city, which is on the other side of these mountains you can't see, but it's a little bit of a distance away. And you get them in the form of what it's called these leaves, LEVEs, which are and then you have to find these crystals and basically so you'll get the quest in the city, and the person there will say go out to this camp that's outside the city and find this crystal, and then you basically have to get permission from the crystal to do the quest. And you do this by opening your menu and opening your, oh I'm sorry, yeah, and then you click this aetheryte, that's the name of the crystal here or whatever. You pick that, and then whenever the server feels like talking, getting back to you, you can initiate this leave quest. And then it will go through and figure out these are all the quests that I could do. Of course, there's the ones that are grayed out are ones I've already tried. That's another thing. If you try it and you fail it, you have to go back to the city and re-get it again. If you try and pass, then that's it. But in any case, you only get really one shot to try it, and your time. So I'm going to start this spores for the ceremony. I'm going to say I want to start spores for the ceremony, and they're timed. You basically have you can only do one quest at a time, and it's timed while you're doing it. So I have 30 minutes to complete this, and then you can pick the difficulty here. I just pick easy, and then you can pick if you want a boost or not. You can get what's called a Guardian's Favor, and I'm just which he'll give you a little extra boost, and then that uses Guardian points, which run out. Anyways, I'm just gonna. There was a way to not use that, but. So there I go, and I forget how to do this because I stopped playing this anyway. So here I'm not going to use my Guardian's aspect because it's ridiculous. So now to find where to play, you have to pull up your map and look for the yellow area. And of course I can't see my yellow area. So here I can kind of see, when you look in the upper right, that the area is down to the lower right, southeast. So this brings me to my next complaint about the game. Most RPGs, you have very wide open spaces where you can pretty much go and do whatever you want. Big fields and mountains, and you can traverse the terrain in pretty much any fashion you want. So far, if you look at the map here, everything is all these little tiny narrow paths. So to get from A to B, you pretty much have only a handful of ways to get someplace. There aren't like large fields where you can go do stuff. So you're basically going to be bumping into people all the time, running around, because there's just, there's very little freedom to roam, if you will. So I'm going to run now. I'm probably just going to give up here because, and this is actually going to be another good point. And you can't really see the yellow here, but here's another thing that I don't like. So the terrain here, I've come to a creek, and I would like to be able to cross this creek right here. I mean, that's not a very large jump down. I should be able to do that, but it won't let me. Apparently, the game has very limited places you can cross. You gotta find the magic. Oh, there it is. There's the magic place I can cross, and then up the other side. So as far as moving around, not only do they funnel you on these little paths everywhere, even when there's just a small drop down, you can't use it. The game will stop you there. While I'm passing through this area, I'd like to bring up another point. Some of these mobs are not killable, so let me try this star marmot here. I want to attack the star marmot, and some of these mobs are quest only. see if this is one of them. Okay, I'm going to try and hit it. Oh, I guess I could. But there's a lot of mobs that you come across. It'll say you cannot attack this mob because it's a quest only mob. So unless you got leave permission to attack it from the crystal, you can't touch that mob, which is just ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. So here you can hear. I don't know if you can hear all the beeping, but every beep you hear is the game, rejecting my keystrokes. Okay, finally killed a stupid squirrel. I just wanted to see if I could get at least there's the yellow area, if you can see it at the bottom of the screen. And this is another problem. I've had quests where to get to the yellow area, even though it's a level 1 quest and I'm a relatively low character, I have to traverse through an area that has, through one of these narrow channels that has these level red cons to me, which basically hit me for 2,500 hit points, which of course is insane considering I only have 500. So they, basically the way some of the quests are done, it's pretty much impossible to do, even at the low level. So just very little thought out for as far as how fun the game is and how well the interface is interactive. A couple of nice things, a big deal. You can pick up and move the mini map, whoop-de-doo, the UI stuff is movable. That's cute, but in this day and age, that should be pretty standard. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start next. So what I'm going to do now is show you. I'm going to teleport back to the city. That's another thing. Trying to figure out where you are is ridiculous. Oh, as far as the help getting started and you create the character, a lot of time there's like tutorial, tips, in-game tips or tutorials to get you, the new user started. There's very little of that. I mean, you're guessing all the time at what to do. You have no idea. You're clicking all over the place trying to figure stuff out. It's just, the getting started help is just ridiculous. I'm trying to remember how to get back to my city. I don't even remember. This game is just terrible. Okay, that's not working. That's weird. Maybe I have to go back to the crystal. I could have sworn it was. Alright, here we go. The Black Shrine. I guess I missed it. Okay. So here I can go to the camp, or I can go to Gridania, which is the center. And of course, as I said before, it shows you it takes 4 anima points. Whoops, I forgot I have to be in passive mode, which will take a few seconds to get there. And let's do it again. Teleport, Black Shroud, Gridania. And so, now it tells me that I've aborted the leave, which I've now failed it, and in order to do that again, I would have to go re-get it from the person in the city. Okay, so here I am back in the city, and where's the crystal? There's the crystal, just so you know. Basically everything you're going around is